Hi folks, Dave with dbstechtalk. Today we're going to do a comparison between the Meze Rai Penta, the Audiofly AF1120 Mark IIs, the Massdrop Empire Ears Zeus, and then also when you have these you're going to need some extra gear, and I highly recommend that you get a NextDrive Spectra X USB-C dongle. A DAP of some source. I really enjoy the Sony Walkman NW-A105. And then also recommend that you have a IFI IE match. Alright, so all three of these come in at different price points and have different technologies. The Massdrop Empire Ears Zeus is going to be $750. The Audiofly AF1120 Mark IIs comes in around $900 Australian, $650 USD. And then the Meze Rai Penta is going to be around $1,100. The Rai Penta has one dynamic, 4 balanced armatures. The Audiofly has 6 balanced armatures, and then the Massdrop Empire Ears Zeus has 14 balanced armatures. So in total, you have 28 balanced armatures on the Zeus, 12 on the Audiofly AF1120 Mark IIs, and then you have that 10 driver setup on the Meze Rai Penta. Overall, I find that they're all very well presented. You get a very nice carrying case with each of them. The Massdrop Empire Ears Zeus is the most lackluster of the three, but it's not a bad case. You get a little bit of felt on the foam on the bottom here, and then it's nice hard plastic. Does a good job of protection. It's not the most fancy, but for the price tag, it's not bad. Audiofly, you get this nice big huge waterproof one. You get this nice like velourish interior. Feels good, feels durable. This definitely would be able to take a beating inside a bag. And then you get the nice leatherette type of covering and the Meze logo for the Rai Penta. Nice zippered hard shell. You get a little bit of pocket up top here and a nice fabric covered on the inside. Overall, not a bad case at all. If you want to upgrade a little bit, go something a little bit more heavy duty, you can also get one of these from Advanced Sound. Comes in, has a hard rubberized bed to it. Nice and durable, waterproof. Really enjoy this. Nice and light. Fits in a bag, not quite as big as the Audiofly. I'll put links down below for all of that is mentioned, along with links for playlists that were used during the review of these IEMs, also for recommended gear that I use, and all kinds of other things. So check out the links down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe while you're down there. So, got all the technologies out of the way. Which ones are the easiest to drive of them all? The easiest one to drive would be the Audiofly AF1120 Mark IIs. Found that they drove the easiest out of anything with any source. Didn't have any problems. They did have a little bit of a hiss every now and then, so you would want the IE match. The Meze Rai Pentas are actually really easy to drive also, but they tend to require just a little bit more volume than the other two. And then the most sensitive and most picky of the three are the Zeus, and you definitely need an IE match with that no matter what your source, other than the Spectra X. I found that was the only thing that I used that did not produce hiss. Comfort-wise is very easy to go with what fits my ears the best, and that is the Rai Penta. The overall just design of them, the angle that they have, the size of the nozzle, and just all the curves and everything like that. I just find that the Rai Penta is extremely comfy, and I really enjoy the comfort of them. I can sleep in them. I can wear them for hours. Next up is the Audioflies. Are very small. They have a very nice angle to them, very well positioned angle. The only issue that I have with them is that they are slightly small and insert a little bit deep, so that I find that they cause just a little bit of pain every now and then after long listening sessions, and I'm talking long 6 to 8 hours. I can do the same with the Rai Penta without any discomfort. The Zeus, on the other hand, is a little bit bulkier and doesn't have quite as good of an angle, and after about 4 hours I start to get some discomfort, but I still find them to be extremely comfortable. The Rai Penta is the heaviest of the three, though. Overall, though, all of them are very comfortable and very easy to listen to, non-fatiguing as far as fit. But the biggest part of the comparison is how do they sound compared to each other, and it kind of just depends on what signature you're looking for. If you're looking for lots of details, lots of clarity, and lots of cleanliness, very dark backgrounds, then you're going to look for the Zeus. The Zeus has a very detail-oriented presentation. It's a very assertive, very intense presentation, the way that the details come through. If you're looking for a little bit more laid back with natural tones and very accurate tonality and timbre, then the Audioflies will be a good option, especially if you're looking for mid-forward focus and vocals, specifically the Audioflies. If you're looking for a more laid-back, casual listen with very good details and an amazing spatial awareness in the soundstage, then the Rai Penta will be the choice of the three. The overall presentation for bass, the bass on all three is extremely good. The Rai Penta has a more mid-bass focus. It's a little tight and controlled, very well textured, and has good impact in the mid-bass. Sub-bass is not quite as impactful, but is still very well detailed. The Audiofly AF1120, on the other hand, for the bass, is also very mid-bass focused, has a slightly warmer tone to it. It's very full-bodied, impeccable control. Presentation is smooth and refined, very natural sounding, and it doesn't have quite the robustness in the mid-bass as the Rai Penta does, but what it does do is it's very detailed and very natural sounding. The Empire Ears Zeus, on the other hand, on the bass is very crazy detail. It's very well extended, but it lacks impact. And so both of the other two will do more impact on it. But the Zeus has very good texture, good tone. It's very fast, very articulate. So if you're looking for details and details a lot in the bass, then the Zeus. As far as the mids are forward on the Zeus. Slightly a warm touch. They're very resolving. They're intimate. Have details galore, just like in the bass, and then they're refined, smooth, and clear, and the vocals are very much presented with power and body, and it has a very nice, engaging, immersive sound when it comes to the mids. The Audiofly AF1120 mids are very neutral and vocal focused, and they are even and balanced and cohesive, have a slight warm tone to them, and are excellent with tone and timbre presentation. Details are plentiful. Also, in my opinion, the tone and timbre is the best on the AF1120s between the three. And then for the Meze Rai Penta, on the mids, they are very cohesive, they're balanced, and they're very natural sounding, and they have a warm tone to them, very organic sounding. On the treble, the Meze Rai Pentas are kind of rolled off on top. They have a lower treble presence, a little bit more excitement down there. They lack just a little bit of sparkle and energy up top, but I find them to be very non-fatiguing. The treble on the AF1120s are very smooth and detailed, non-fatiguing, very similar to the Rai Penta. And then also they are slightly muted up top, and they lack a touch of air and sparkle. They lack a little bit more than the Rai Penta does. The Empire Ears treble, on the other hand, is very bright. It has very clear, it's very emphasized for clarity and purity, and it's very resolving. It has good extension. It's very tight, bright, but not piercing, and it's extremely focused. Details are very focused, very pinpoint, and some people would say that they're very aggressive. If you do not have a good seal with the Zeus, the treble will be very troublesome. Soundstage is the widest on the Zeus between the three. It has crazy good depth and layering. It's very immersive, very 3D effect. The Audiofly AF1120 Mark II's soundstage is average width. It's more intimate, but it has very good depth and layering. Does not get jumbled and muddled up at all, just like I did with my words there. The soundstage on the Meze Rai Penta is a little bit larger than average, but it has amazing depth and layering. The imaging on the Rai Penta is fantastic and has an incredible spatial awareness. Very much things just travel all around you, and is very accurate and precise. Isolation and separation of instruments is top notch. On the Audioflies, for the imaging, the isolation and separations are spot on. Accuracy is crazy good, and it's excellent for gaming. The Rai Penta is my favorite for gaming. When it comes to, the Rai Penta is my favorite for watching movies and videos, and good for gaming, like laid back when I don't need a whole lot of detail. The Audiofly AF1120 Mark II's are very good for gaming, watching movies, and things like that. And then the Empire Ears Zeus is my favorite for gaming because the imaging is accurate, precise, and presented with intensity, and it's very focused. And I can get minute details that you're looking for in a game, especially in my racing games. Tone and timbre is a little bit picky on the three. The Zeus has more of a metallic sound to it. It's not offensive in any way, but it's not the most natural sound. But in my opinion, it is one of the most natural sounding all BA IEMs. The AF1120 Mark II's have clean and clear, accurate tonality, very natural timbre, and in my opinion, they are the best sounding all BA IEMs I've ever heard when it comes to tone and timbre. And then the Rai Penta has a very organic, accurate timbre, very natural sounding, and I truly enjoy all of these IEMs. And I find that if I had to pick between the three, it would be very hard because it would depend on what I'm looking for. Details, critical listening, go to the Zeus. Laid back, details, insane, immersive spatial awareness, soundstage, the Rai Penta, all arounder. And then if I want to really focus on vocals, instruments, and mids, the Audiofly AF1120s. So there you go, my three favorite IEMs in the price range of $600 to $1,100. Crazy good. Highly recommend all three, and you can't go wrong with either any of them, in my opinion. All three are fantastic. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.